What is going on, everybody? I am Rob Westerman III of GBP Daily, and thank you for tuning in to the Rob Westerman Show. It is Friday, September 20th, and we are getting that much closer to week 3 down in Nashville, where the Packers will take on the Titans. I can't believe it's already week 3. Seems like just yesterday we were welcoming in the new rookies after the draft. Shortly after, we had OTAs, minicamp. Was up there watching the squad, and boom, here we are, 1-1, 2 weeks into the season. I don't think anybody would have predicted that we would be in the situation that we are in right now. Jordan goes down week 1. Malik Willis, who we signed in between the preseason and regular season, is now our guy at quarterback. And with that, we have a chance to move to 2-1 if we can get past the Titans. I'm still thinking pretty strongly that Malik is going to be the starter this weekend, even though Jordan has practiced the last 2 days. If you didn't see any of the pressers yesterday, all the coaches, the whole coaching staff that was asked about Jordan, Tom Clements, Matt LaFleur, repeatedly said that he was limited in practice. So although he was out there on the practice field, he was not a full participant. Matt LaFleur said that Jordan will have up to 90 minutes before kickoff, which is when the inactives come out to get ready to play. So whether he plays or not, it is good to hear that he is getting closer to recovering from his MCL injury. He had a sleeve on yesterday and what looked like to be some sort of knee brace under the sleeve. I'm assuming when he does come back, he'll play with it. So hopefully that doesn't hinder his movement too much. Other news, Jaden Reed, Elton Jenkins returned to practice yesterday after sitting out on Wednesday. Tucker Kraft was seen wearing a red non-contact jersey. He did say he'll be ready to go by Sunday, which is good news as he's clearly been our tight end 1 over the first 2 weeks. This seems to be a topic of conversation 2 weeks in, is the usage of Luke Musgrave and Tucker Kraft. I think it's too early to kind of dive in to that. Tucker's kind of doubled up his snaps, but week 1 I feel like was an anomaly. Week 2 with the game plan we rolled out with, running the ball constantly. Luke Musgrave just hasn't had a ton of opportunities in the passing game, which is kind of where he shines to really get out there a whole lot and get seen. So I think it'll even out as the season goes on, but something interesting to kind of keep an eye on and watch unfold. So let's hop in the chat already. Hope you guys have had a good week. As always, I appreciate you hopping on. Talks the Packers with me live every single morning. Check it out. Hang out. I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear a prediction, your predictions for this weekend's game. Give me a call. Be a part of the show. Give me a call on the Nicolay Law Talk and Text line, 319-242-2332. The number is on the screen. Give me a call. Be a part of the show. I want to hear your predictions for this weekend's game against the Titans. Got the number on the screen. Give me a call. Join the show. Packers updates. Did you see the Brandon Bostic interview? I did not. Fill me in. What happened? I'm sure the Brandon Bostic interview is interesting to say the least. I know he obviously has been getting flack ever since that game, and he's been on Twitter. He's been supporting the Pack ever since he's been off the team. I know he had some mental health issues, some struggling going on there that he's overcome or has been trying to overcome, and has been a pretty good advocate for that space. So overall, he's a good dude. He made the mistake like every player does. His was just unfortunately broadcasted and had a microscope on it. So that I would be interested to seeing that Brandon Bostic interview. Let me know Packers updates where I can find that. And give me a little Cliff Notes version. I'd love to hear about it. Randall, good morning, Rob. Happy Football Friday. Do you think we should get Edgerrin Cooper in there more? Pack 24, Titans 20. I like it, Randall. Yeah, that's a weird topic. Matt LaFleur did say that we would see more of Edgerrin Cooper before last week after playing, I think, just 11 snaps week 1 against the Eagles. He had a great game against the Eagles. Had a stop, three tackles, I think, and then had a batted pass. So he played well in week 1. And then week 2 came along and he actually played less snaps, which was kind of odd. But yeah, hopefully we can see more of Edgerrin Cooper in there. I know Quay has struggled for the first 2 weeks, but Jeff Hafley was talking yesterday. He's excited for Quay Walker, and he's excited for what he can be in this defense. So hopefully Quay can improve, and I don't think we're going to see Quay leave the field a whole lot throughout the season. Hopefully he can get his feet under him and get used to this new defensive scheme. So, but yeah, do you think we should get Edgerrin Cooper in there more? I do. Thank you, Randall. Happy Football Friday. What else we got? Packers updates. It was with Grassi a few days ago. I will absolutely check that out. Yeah. Would love to see that. Brandon Bostic, although he has been getting some flack over the years, he's still supporting the pack, and he's a good dude. So if anybody on here is giving Brandon Bostic any hassle, knock it off. So he's a good dude. Knitter on Instagram, Jordan should rest if we can get an easy dub with Malik. Titans, the worst team in the league, surely a blowout coming. Well, that is unfortunately not correct. Their defense is legit. So I see another question. I'll get into it deeper here in a little bit. Their defense ranks number 1 in yards allowed. So they've got some legit dudes over there. I think with Jordan or Malik, it's going to be super tough going up against their defense. And it's in Tennessee. And as you know, and as everybody knows, there's no such thing as an easy win in the NFL. So I don't think, if Jordan's ready, then I want him to play. If he's not ready, then, he shouldn't play. It's as simple as that. So either way, though, I do feel comfortable with Malik back there. He did pretty well last week. At this point, he will have 2 weeks of practice under his belt, 1 full game. So hopefully, if Malik does indeed go, Matt LaFleur can write up a pretty good game plan. So thank you, Knitter, for the question. Hope you have yourself a good Friday. Jesse, Keyshawn Nixon said yesterday that he deleted his social media because people keep going at him on there. Yeah, Jesse, I did see that. Keyshawn Nixon said yesterday at his locker after practice that he deleted Twitter because fans don't like him or something along those lines, saying we used to like him, but not anymore. So coming from me personally, I haven't seen a whole lot of banter going his way from fans, but I also don't really interact with people that go after players on social media. I think that's just dumb. So if you're someone that goes after players on social media, don't. I'm not talking to you, Jesse, of course. I know you're not about that. So, Darren, Josh Jacobs on my team makes me super happy. Miss Jones, of course, but we went younger, and I like it. Darren, I'm with you 100%. I'll always love Aaron Jones. Heck, I still got his jersey hanging up in the office that he signed for me. Super nice dude. He's always a class act. He always carried the G. He's everything you would want to be or in a Packer or a player for your favorite team. Clearly a fan favorite, did a ton for us in the football field, did a ton for, the state of Wisconsin, his own hometown in El Paso off the football field. So good dude. I wish him nothing but success, obviously outside of when he's playing the Packers. Maybe, I just hope he stays healthy. I know he's had some issues staying healthy in the past, and I did see he was nicked up from last week with an injury lingering this week, so hopefully he can get healthy. But, to your comment, we went young. Josh Jacobs is a different style of back, and I think he fits our offense pretty good. He carried the load for us last weekend, and without him, I don't think we get the job done. So credit to Josh Jacobs for the start he's had so far. I think he's averaging just under 120 rushing yards a game. So you absolutely love to see it. Thank you, Darren, for the comment. Hope you have yourself a good Friday. Excuse me. Josh Jacobs fumbles too much. Okay. I'm not going to say the name, but I swear some people just live to complain about something. Sure, the fumble in the end zone sucked last weekend, but the dude rushed the ball 32 times. he was one of the players that literally led us to a win last weekend, and we had people complaining about his play. So whatever. I personally choose to shine light on the positives, and he had 151 of them. Yeah, 32 carries, 151 rushing yards, literally carried the offense for the majority of the game. I swear he could score 5 touchdowns this weekend in Tennessee, and you'd see the few but loud complainers whining about how he didn't score 6. Whatever. I don't get it, but enough negativity. We like to keep positive around here. So there are too many positives to talk about to sway that way. And perfect timing. Haley is back. I think the defense will have another strong game this weekend. We're going to need them. Absolutely agree, Haley. I don't think this one is going to be a high-scoring game. I don't think it's going to be high-scoring for either team. Titans offense, I think, will struggle. Will Levis, as we all know, is not the greatest of quarterbacks. And then no matter who's at quarterback for us, I think it's going to be a battle going up against this Titans defense. As I said earlier in the chat, they're number 1 in the NFL for yards allowed for their defense. So they've got the best defense when it comes to yards allowed at 206 per game. And the next best is the Chargers at 227 yards per game. So through 2 weeks, they are one of the best defenses in football. And for reference, last weekend, the Colts, they're sitting at 31st. So I don't know. We'll see. A massive difference in level of defensive play this weekend. We're going to need another Matt LaFleur masterclass, and I think he's going to give it to us. We'll see. Kim over on Facebook. I answer questions from everywhere. Sorry, I just saw you rolling in with some questions. Are you worried if Malik has to throw the ball 25 times? I wouldn't say I'm worried, no. Do I think he's going to throw it 25 times? Probably not. He was 12 for 14, if I remember correctly, last weekend, and that seemed to get the job done. Now, I do think the game plan will be a little bit different. I think he'll have to air it out a little more, but I could see him throwing it maybe 20 times, and yeah, I'm not worried about that. So, no, I don't think I'll be worried if Malik throws it 25 times. If he does what he did last weekend, keep it simple. Get the ball in your playmaker's hands. Don't turn it over, and I think you're going to see success on that side of the ball. I said earlier in the show, I don't think Jordan's going to go this weekend. He has practiced the last 2 days, but in limited fashion. He wasn't a full participant. So we'll see. Coach did say he's going to give Jordan up to 90 minutes before the game to, try and give it a go, but I do think it's going to be Malik. So I've said it from the beginning. I think Jordan is going to be back for the Week 4 game against the Vikings, which we're going to need him for. We need him for every game, but I think he's going to need one more week to get healthy. So, Kim, thank you so much for hopping in over on Facebook. Really appreciate you. I hope you have yourself a good Friday. Linda is in the house. Linda, I'll be seeing you in a couple hours here. Good morning, Rob. Love your input and perspective. Thank you, Linda. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you are having a good Friday morning. I know you've been up just about as long as I have, if not longer. So we are both early risers. Hope you have a good morning. I will see you in a few hours. Sam, are you worried if same question as Kim? I am not worried if he has to throw the ball 25 times. DH, Carrington is slowly becoming one of my faves on the team. Yes, Carrington Valentine is a fun player to watch. He's so fun during training camp. He's always interacting with fans. He's all over social media doing, fun stuff. So, yeah, Carrington Valentine has an awesome personality from what we see on the social media side. So, yes, Carrington Valentine is awesome. I wish he would have kept 37 for his number. He always gave me Sam Shields vibes, but he changed it to 24. So, he played well last weekend. He came in for Stokes for quite a lot of snaps and played well. So, the Pack-Lorian, honored to have the one and only Pack-Lorian in the chat. The Packers are losing by 7 or less at the end of the third quarter. Do you put Love in? Holy cow. I don't think, first off, if Love is active, I think he'll be the starter. I don't think he'll be active and then on the bench. But what a question. I love it. That is a creative one. hopefully we're not in this predicament. That'd be pretty wild. If Jordan Love is active but not playing, that would be interesting and quite, it's possible. Anything's possible. If we are losing by 7 or less at the end of the third quarter, do you put Love in? No, stick with Malik, baby. Ride him till you die it, baby. Come on out. All right, Pack Lauren, thanks for hopping on, man. Hope you have yourself a good Friday, good weekend. DH, thoughts on Rodgers' performance last night? Man, that was fun to watch, wasn't it? I don't know about you guys, but we don't know how much Aaron Rodgers football we have left to watch, and I'm going to enjoy every snap. He's one of the best quarterbacks of all times. You heard Tony Gonzalez talking last night that he's arguably the best, if not for sure, top 3 quarterback of all time. And you saw it last night. He was throwing those balls on a rope. He still clearly has it. And after the first 2 weeks getting kind of that rust off from tearing his Achilles last year and not playing football for an entire year, he's looking pretty dang good. And the Jets overall are looking good. So, it'll be interesting this year. I was talking to quite a few people, during the offseason before the season started, talking about moving on from Aaron, talking about Jordan. My GOAT, DH, absolutely. He is the GOAT. Anyways, talking about the comparison aspect of, last year there was no Aaron Rodgers, so it was easy to hop on the Jordan Love train for Packers fans who were kind of torn about the whole situation and really root him on. Well, this year, I said it's going to be interesting. What if Aaron's having a great year? Maybe Jordan is too. And how is the response going to be throwing it back to that situation? Maybe there isn't one. Maybe I'm just kind of being crazy and thinking that. But, it'll be interesting to see as the year goes on if Rodgers continues to play like he did last night. And if Jordan can get back on the field and start playing well as well, to see where that conversation lies. So, I enjoyed watching Raj last night. Aaron Rodgers playing is just better for the NFL. So, absolutely love it. Nick over on Instagram, Rob, I'm going to a Packers game this year, thinking Texans, Lions, or 49ers. I'm going to make a 15-hour drive. Holy cow. Any suggestions? It'll be my first ever Packers game. That's dedication right there, baby. 15-hour drive to catch a Packers game. Absolutely love it, Nick. If you're asking for a suggestion on which game to go to, the Texans game, let me bring up the schedule here so I can give you a detailed answer here. The Texans game is a noon game. That is on October 20th. So that's coming up here in 5 weeks. So that's always a good one. That's going to be a good game. The 49ers game is on November 24th. That's a Sunday. That's a 3:25 game. And then the Lions home game, which obviously I'm assuming you're going to, is November 3rd, also a 3:25 game. Man, all 3 of those games, you can't go wrong, really. Either way, you're going to probably witness a pretty dang good game. November 24th with the 49ers is obviously going to be a little colder. The Texans game, October 20th, is going to be pretty much perfect fall weather. Similar to the Lions game, November 3rd, probably a little colder. Any suggestions? If you're going 15 hours and you're able to, stay for a couple days. Do the Lambeau Field tour. Check out the Hall of Fame. Look up some spots around the stadium. See which ones you'd like best food-wise. And, just soak it in, man. Walking into Lambeau Field for the first time is a feeling like no other. It sounds, cliche or cheesy or whatever, but it is so special. So, Nick, enjoy your first game ever. Enjoy the 15-hour drive. It's absolutely worth it. So, Nick, thank you for the comment. Hope you have yourself a great game. Keep me updated on which game you end up going to. So, all right, it is time for the fact of the day. Fact of the day is brought to you by TickPick. TickPick guarantees the cheapest Packers tickets out there. Even better, if you find tickets that are somehow cheaper than TickPick, they will give you 110% of your money back. If you want $20 off your next ticket order, use the code Packers20 at checkout for $20 off. That code can only be used in the app. So download the TickPick app with the season underway. Fact of the day today. The Green Bay Packers currently rank 4th in total offensive yards with 398 yards per game. The Ravens are in first at 417. So we're not too far behind. And even without Jordan Love last week, we've been able to kind of keep our offense afloat and then some. We're 4th in the entire league. So just goes to show, we've got dudes on that side of the ball. Pretty much every position, we've got some playmakers. So once Jordan comes back, it's only going to get better. I'd like to see us at number 1 by the end of the season. Fact of the day, one more time, the Green Bay Packers currently rank 4th in total offensive yards with 398 yards per game. The Ravens, who are in first, are at 417, so we're just a tick behind them. Hopefully we can get up to that number 1 spot. So, all right, guys, that is going to do it for me today. As far as the show goes, as you know, the content never stops. I'm posting everything and anything Packers all day long on all the social channels. Please follow me at GBP Daily. I would appreciate it. I will be back and at it again this weekend to chat some Packers with you guys. I look forward to seeing you then. And until then, I will catch you guys later.